In the village of Ijibo, nestled between thick forests and red clay hills, lived a woman named Nneka, a beautiful woman with skin like polished mahogany and eyes that once danced like candlelight. She was married to Mr. Toby, a well-known bicycle repairer with strong arms and a gentle soul. Their union was blessed by tradition, celebrated with drumming and palm wine under the moon. But after 3 years, no child came. In Ijibo, a barren woman is a walking curse. She's mocked by mothers, whispered about by girls, and stared at by children as though she were invisible. Nneka bore it all with silence, until the silence began to tear her apart. She tried herbs, roots, rituals. The local priest told her to bathe in 7 rivers. Another told her to stay silent for 7 days. She obeyed. Nothing happened. Then one day, under the sacred Iroko tree, Nneka dropped to her knees and screamed, "If there's a God watching, give me just one child, even if it costs me my life." 3 months later, she vomited blood and yams. She was pregnant, but joy did not come dancing in her compound. She and Toby were broke. Hospital visits were debts they couldn't afford. Antenatal care was a luxury. She walked barefoot to nearby clinics, begged for free pills, and slept with hunger so the baby could grow. She sold her wrappers, her gold earrings, even her wedding ring. Yet still they couldn't pay for a proper hospital. Her face became thin, her feet swollen. One night she fainted outside a clinic gate. The nurse on duty saw her, stepped over her body, and locked the gate. When labor finally came, the pain was unlike anything the world could imagine. Her voice cracked the windows. Blood flowed like a broken pipe. She screamed, cursed, and fought for her life, alone. But then, the baby cried. A boy. Tears of joy rolled from her eyes. Then, something snapped. As soon as she held the child, her head became heavy, her eyes twisted, her mouth moved, but no words came. She laughed, then screamed, then laughed again. The nurse backed away. Nneka began talking to the IV drip, calling it Mama. She danced with her own shadow, singing a strange song. Her husband, Mr. Toby, was handed the baby, wrapped in a faded cloth, and told she's gone mad. Out of fear, shame, and confusion, he took the child and ran. He never looked back. Nneka was left on the hospital floor, blood between her legs, mumbling to the ceiling. And that was the beginning of her madness. She wandered from bush to bush, village to village. No name, no past, no future. She became that mad woman. Children threw stones at her. She screamed at goats. She slept in churchyards and stole leftover food from burial receptions. Sometimes she was seen hugging a log of wood, calling it my baby. The villagers avoided her like plague. They said she was cursed. Others swore they heard her sing lullabies under moonlight. One day, 3 madmen dragged her into a banana grove. No one stopped them. Months passed. Her belly swelled again. Pregnant and mad. She lay under leaking roofs, begged under thunder, and was often seen chewing dead rats, uncooked maize, and muddy mangoes. Her body was no longer hers. Her dignity had long disappeared. She wasn't a person, she was a shadow. Far away in the city of Ibadan, a wealthy young man named David Toby was preparing for his keynote speech at a youth summit. He had risen from poverty, abandoned as a baby, found in the arms of a struggling old widow named Mama Raleigh, who raised him with love and faith. He worked as a carpenter's boy, sold oranges, then taught himself coding from cyber cafes. By 28, he had built a tech company that spanned across Africa. He was now a millionaire, a symbol of hope. But something had always haunted him, a birthmark on his chest, a star shape, burned into his skin since childhood. His foster mother never spoke of his real parents, but he always wondered. One day, while visiting a village school project, his driver suggested a shortcut through a slum community. Then it started to rain. Not just rain, a flood. Water overflowed the gutters. Streets became rivers. Suddenly David saw a crowd pointing and laughing. In the middle of the water was a mad pregnant woman struggling to stand. The crowd shouted, "She go born inside gutter today, oh! Na God go punish am. She no even know the papa of the pikin." David couldn't move. He saw her eyes. Something in him knew her. Without thinking, he jumped out of the car, ran into the water, lifted the filthy soaked woman into his arms and screamed, "Hospital, now!" The crowd froze in shock. At the hospital, Nneka groaned on the bed unconscious. She was bathed, clean, stabilized. That night she gave birth to a healthy baby girl. David waited outside her room, pacing. When he finally walked in to check on her, she tried to sit up. The wrapper slipped from her waist. There it was, a star-shaped birthmark on her stomach. He staggered. Tears rolled down his face. He whispered, "What's your name?" She looked at him, eyes still lost, but her lips began to tremble. Then she screamed, and the scream became a cry, and the cry became a whisper, and the whisper became a name. "David?" She blinked again, touched her stomach, touched her face. Suddenly, clarity returned. She looked at the baby, then looked at the man. She saw the same mark. She broke into tears. Are you my son?" He fell to the ground. "Yes, Mama, I found you." Nneka's story flooded social media. The mad woman and the millionaire. Her past came into light. Even Mr. Toby, now an old drunk, came forward with guilt and tears. David forgave him, but never forgot the abandonment. Nneka was given therapy, a mansion, clothes, healing. Her daughter grew strong. She became a symbol of resilience. David became not just a tech leader, but a storyteller. He opened homes for abandoned women, created shelters for mentally ill mothers, and spoke in global stages about the woman who gave him life and lost hers to pain. She was forgotten, mocked, shamed, but even madness couldn't erase a mother's soul. The world saw a mad woman, but God saw a queen in chains, and when the rain came, it didn't drown her, it washed her pain away. So when next you see a woman on the street, don't look away, because you may be staring at a mother, a miracle, or even destiny itself. If this story touched your heart, click like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more original African folk tales that inspire, teach, and heal. Share this with someone who needs to believe in second chances.